It's Cookie Lab.
Hi, and welcome to Cookie Lab. I'm Jill.
And I'm Chris, and today on Cookie Lab, I had no idea what Jill was coming up with. So I am very excited to see what she pulls out of the oven.
I have created, based on inspiration that struck me in the grocery store, a Swedish Fish peanut butter pizza. I did not invent it. Let me tell you what happened.
Wait a minute, let me process that. Swedish Fish pepperoni pizza?
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter pizza.
Here's what happened. I knew I needed something festive. Your birthday's coming up.
Yes, every year.
And I was roaming the aisles of Trader Joe's, and my eyes fell upon their Scandinavian swimmers, which is their version of Swedish Fish.
Love it.
I whipped out my telephone device and Googled Swedish Fish cookies, wondering if I could get some inspiration. The Swedish Fish Company website had this peanut butter Swedish Fish pizza on there, and it was so ridiculous. I was like, I have to try it.
It's right on their website?
It's the most, I haven't tasted it. It's preposterous looking. I can't imagine what's going to happen, but I'm going to teach you the history and science of Swedish Fish.
Excellent. I never ever expected to have a Swedish Fish or a Scandinavian swimmer in my Cookie Lab repertoire. How exciting.
Here it is.
People, you're not going to want to miss this.
Okay, let's go. So Swedish Fish are a type of candy called a starch gummy. If you like gummy candies, starch jelly. If you like things like gummy bears, you know that Swedish Fish isn't really the same.
No, they're softer.
The Swedish Fish?
Yes.
They're less chewy, I think. They're more sticky. What do you think? How would you describe it?
I would...
You like them, don't you?
I do. I love them.
That's what I thought.
I love them more than I love gummy bears and things like that. They are more pliable. And I always just thought that was because they were horizontal rather than a bear.
A bear.
Yeah.
Swedish Fish are from Sweden, from a company called Malaco,
My family went to Copenhagen.
which is in Denmark, which is kind of near Sweden.
And then you can take a boat into Sweden.
Oh, to Sweden.
I want to say it's Malamar. It's not Malamar.
Malmo.
Malmo. You can go to Malmo, Sweden, to a store that sells the specific Swedish fish. And they come in a variety of flavors, like lavender and things that you would think of for the Swedes.
So in Sweden, they do not contain white mineral oil because that's banned in Europe, and they do not contain the horrifying carcinogenic food dyes that we allow in our food here. So they are more pastel. And the name for Swedish fish in Sweden is pastelfiskar, which means pastel fish. It's very popular in Sweden to have bulk candy that you mix, you get a bag, and they had the fish-shaped gummies, jellies, in addition to other shapes. When they wanted to try the US market, they thought, what shape should we use? And they chose fish because it's so closely associated with the Swedish economy of fishing is huge in Sweden. So they were like, we're going to send these over there. We're going to call them Swedish Fish. And each fish has the word Swedish stamped on it.
Really?
Yeah, you can see it.
So these are not the Scandinavian swimmers?
No, I went to the grocery store and got, they're the mini version. So they're a little smaller. That's what the recipe called for.
Oh.
And I thought you might appreciate that they in Sweden are included in a prepackaged bag of mixed.
Can I eat this?
You can eat it, yeah.
Okay.
Of mixed candies called gott and blandat, which means
Goats and blind.
it means
animals.
tasty and mixed.
Tasty and mixed.
Okay. So they came over to the United States in 1957. They've been wildly popular ever since. That's all I have for the brief history of Swedish Fish.
I would say that the Swedish fish that I just ate is a little different than the ones that I had from Sweden.
Yeah, because it doesn't have some of the same ingredients.
Theirs were covered in a light dusting, probably so they don't stick together.
Yeah, that's what the mineral oil is for in the United States.
Oh.
Since they can't use that in Sweden, they're using something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were a little harder on the tooth.
Mm-hmm. Here in America, we have the classic red, and then apparently, I don't know if I've ever seen them, but there are green, yellow, and orange ones.
Never seen them.
The green ones are pineapple
Go fishing.
in your candy aisle. The cookie recipe on the Swedish Fish website called for a package of peanut butter cookie dough. So obviously we make our own doughs. So I searched for a recipe for a peanut butter cookie based pizza, thinking that it might be different than what you would want for a peanut butter cookie.
Yeah, sure.
In terms of like rising, or I don't even know. So this one, like I didn't want to just use my mom's peanut butter cookie recipe, because what if it, like, being one big 12-inch pizza cookie, didn't cook evenly? So I saw a few recipes and none of them had flour in them. It was just peanut butter, sugar, an egg, vanilla, and baking soda.
Okay.
That's what I made. I made one big circle. I baked it for about 15 minutes.
Would you recommend a specific recipe, or like
I can tell you the recipe that I use. I don't know because I haven't tasted it yet.
Yeah, but the recipe that you used came from?
So the crust base that I used came from a website called imbaker.net. And the gal's name is Amanda Retke.
She is a baker.
She's a baker. She says so. imbaker.net. And I used her peanut butter crust base. She put marshmallows and butterscotch, but I was then switching back to the peanut butter cookie base Swedish Fish pizza. The sauce is made of Cool Whip and peanut butter. We've talked about Cool Whip before.
Cool Whip and peanut butter sauce.
It's gonna be crazy. And then I sprinkled it with a third of a cup of mini Swedish Fish and some sprinkles.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
It cuts like a pizza.
Which is to say, not very well. There you go, my friend.
Oh, fantastic. Cheers.
Manja, manja.
Peanut butter. The peanut butter cookie part of it is nice and light and delightfully peanut buttery.
The Swedish Fish are making it almost a peanut butter and jelly kind of experience.
Oh, yes. One bite is certainly not enough.
But a whole pizza would probably be too much.
But for you and your friends,
Could be a cute dessert for a pizza party for kids.
or grown-ups, great idea.
I have no idea why Swedish Fish chose this flavor combination for their cookie pizza.
Probably because of the peanut butter and jelly vibe.
Maybe. I'm curious what else we could do with this concept, and also what other cookies, what other concepts people could come up with for using Swedish Fish in your baking.
We'd love to hear from you. You can write us at cookielabpod@gmail.com, or leave us a comment on the Spotify or wherever you listen to us, or the YouTube. There's science in Swedish Fish.
A little bit.
A little bit of science.
The top 3 ingredients in Swedish Fish are sugar related. There's sugar, invert sugar, and corn syrup, which is sugar.
Sugar, sugar, and more sugar, just in different forms.
Right. So I was a little bit curious about invert sugar,
I am too.
and it turns out to be a great little science bit for our viewers. It's also known as invert syrup. It's like simple syrup.
I think we've talked about this.
Have we?
Let's have a reminder.
Table sugar is a compound scientifically known as sucrose.
Yes.
It's formed when one sugar molecule called glucose chemically binds to another sugar molecule called fructose.
Yes.
In invert sugar, the sucrose is mixed with water and heated until so if you've made simple syrup, you put sugar in water and boil it on the stove.
Yes.
It breaks the bonds.
Yes.
You got a syrup
Sucrose.
that's half glucose and half fructose. Fructose is the sweetest type of natural sugar. So for some reason, breaking them apart makes it sweeter. The reason why it's called invert is, shockingly, has nothing to do with being upside down or split apart, but it has to do with the way light passes through it. So have we already talked about this?
We've talked about something about this, but go right ahead. See
I don't
what you remember.
When polarized light passes through sucrose, regular table sugar, it's always reflected in a certain direction. When the same light passes through invert sugar, it reflects in the opposite direction, and that's why they call it invert sugar.
Isn't that cool?
It's so weird.
Yeah, if you're listening to this episode for the first time, that is an amazing little trick. Get your polarizing sunglasses and shine some light.
It is useful. I think bakers use it perhaps more than anyone than bartenders, because it helps baked goods retain moisture and improves texture by preventing crystallization.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what the actual application of that was. You let them sit forever, and I think some of the
Swedish fish
moisture
themselves?
evaporates and they get hard.
Okay.
But there's never crystallization in them.
I
They
don't
do
know.
get hard.
But that's my little science bit for you today, and I'm sorry if any listeners already knew that because
Well,
you heard it here on Cookie Lab.
for the first time.
And the second time.
There are always people in the world who know things that we're telling them.
They already know things.
They already know
Some
things.
people do know things, yeah.
Yeah. We are here for the people who don't know anything.
Like me.
And we're here for the cookies.
We are. So I'm hoping that next week you'll have a cookie for me.
I think I might.
Okay, good. See you then.
See you then. Bye.
It's Cookie Lab.